FIFA just crammed 48 teams into one tournament. That's not a typo. 48 countries, one World Cup, and somehow they expect it to work. But here's the question nobody's really asking. How does that actually function? Like logistically, mathematically, competitively? How do you take nearly half the countries on Earth and turn it into a coherent soccer tournament? Because if you've ever tried to organize a fantasy league with 12 people, you know chaos starts early. Now multiply that by 4. I'm going to break this down fast, and by the end, you'll understand the whole structure better than most people who claim to love the sport. FIFA didn't pick this number because it's clean or beautiful. They picked it because it makes money. More teams means more countries tuning in. More countries tuning in means more broadcasting deals. More broadcasting deals means a lot more zeros on a check. This sounds cynical. It is. But it also means we get more soccer, so complicated feelings all around. The old World Cup had 32 teams. That worked perfectly for decades. Tidy groups of 4, knockout rounds, clean bracket. Everyone understood it. So naturally, FIFA blew it up. Instead of 8 groups of 4, you now have 12 groups of 4. Wait, that's still 48 teams, but 12 groups, right? Correct. Each group has exactly 4 teams. They all play each other once, and the top 2 from every group advance. That's 24 teams through automatically. But here's where it gets interesting. The 8 best third-place finishers also advance. So coming in third isn't automatically a death sentence. You just need to be the right kind of third place. This sounds simple. It isn't. Because fans and teams have to follow results across multiple groups simultaneously to figure out who's in and who's out. Your fate can be decided by a game you're not even playing in. In practice, that's either thrilling or infuriating, usually both. 24 teams survive. From there, it goes into a round of 32, which is the first knockout round. Win or go home. No second chances. No more, well, we came third, but we're still alive. This is the moment where the tournament really begins. Round of 32 goes to round of 16, then quarterfinals, then semifinals, then the final. Standard elimination structure from that point on. So the knockout phase is actually familiar. It just takes longer to get there because of the expanded group stage up front. Think of it like a highway with a massive on-ramp. The beginning is crowded and complicated. Once you're on, it flows. This is the part people actually argue about. With 48 teams, the qualification bar drops. Countries that never dreamed of a World Cup are suddenly in it. Nations from the Pacific Islands, smaller African federations, teams from regions that historically got 1 or 2 slots. They now have real pathways. Is that good for the quality of football? Probably not, if we're being honest. You're going to see some mismatches that aren't fun to watch, but you're also going to see a kid in a country that's never qualified before watching his national team play on the biggest stage in the world. That's not nothing. That's actually kind of everything. In theory, football becomes more global. In practice, the group stage might feature a few 6-0 results that test everyone's patience. The 2026 World Cup is being held across 3 countries: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 16 cities total. That's an insane logistical operation. Teams, fans, media, all moving across North America for a month. This has never been done at this scale before. You know the type of person who thinks planning a road trip is stressful? Imagine that, but with 48 national teams, billions of dollars, and the eyes of the entire planet. FIFA's logistics team is either very brave or just not sleeping. The 48-team format actually changes how teams approach the group stage. With only 3 group games, 1 bad result can end you. Historically, big teams sometimes coasted in the group stage, knowing they had buffer games. Now, every game matters from minute 1. There's less room to warm up slowly, less room to rotate your squad, less room for error. That might actually produce better early round football than the old format did. Or it could produce paranoid defensive soccer as teams desperately protect slim margins. We'll see. How do you fit 48 teams into one World Cup? You build 12 groups, advance 24 teams, throw in the best 8 third-place finishers for drama, and then run a clean knockout bracket until 1 team is left standing. It's bigger, louder, messier, and more commercially motivated than anything FIFA has done before. The core idea is this. The World Cup is no longer just about crowning the best team in the world. It's about including as much of the world as possible in the conversation. Whether that makes it better or just bigger, that's the debate worth having. Now here's a question I'll leave you with. If a team from a tiny nation makes a surprise run deep into this tournament, will we look back and say expanding to 48 was genius? Or does the quality of the eventual champion matter more than the journey? Think about it. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. New video drops every week, and I promise we keep it under 5 minutes.